Okay, I've got a 2006 T5 Volkswagen Transporter Shuttle 9-seater minibus. For the last couple of years, the sliding doors on the left and right rear haven't been unlocking on the fob all the time. So this video really is about how to get the door cards off as much as anything else. I haven't really fixed the problem in that now the door cards are off, there doesn't appear to be a problem with the doors locking and unlocking. So I'm going to be looking to see if there's like an interference problem. So in this video are just pictures of the tools, various pictures and videos of the work that I've done. It's not particularly well structured, I'm not a mechanic, good luck. So these pliers, trim pliers ordered off Amazon, and they're good for popping the clips off. You have to be quite strong and forceful with them. They do work and they're great to get started. I also use 2 flat blade drivers quite a lot of the time. As long as you can reach where the poppers are, you can get them off with those. So as you can see here, once you've got them in there, and apologies for the dodgy filming, if you can get them near the popper, quite a hefty pull on the pliers will eventually pop the popper out of the door. You have to be really strong with them. I wouldn't worry about it. I started on the side that slides forward and managed to get those popped off. I've tried to take some photos and videos to give you some idea of what it's like in there. As you can see, these poppers here, they slide into and out of those sort of cups that you can see on the left hand side. I bought replacement ones of these, but as I say, I haven't put the card back into the door of the van yet. It was easy to get them off around the sides, and that top bit, you can see that top bit along by the window slides into another clip. Again, it didn't need to put anything on there, just pulled the sides and the bottom off and that top bit popped out. Once you get around to this side, I found this really difficult. You could get these pliers in, but you just couldn't quite get enough leverage on them to pop the poppers out of the door. So what I ended up doing is putting these in, levering it out like you can see to get space, and then popping 2 long screwdrivers in there. And you have to put the screwdrivers in a good 2 or 3 inches maybe, and then use one to sort of hold it open and the other one to just pop the card off. So 2 long screwdrivers, good. This cover, I didn't need to do this for the door card, it's just there's something behind there to do with the door lock, so I'm guessing for you to get the tools, the Torx tools in or something. Again, just showing video so you can see what I was seeing. So this is where it got difficult. This top piece here, you can see those rails, they were fine, they popped out. But this top corner of the door, that was the bit that I was stuck with. I didn't want to pull it too hard because you could see it was bending and I didn't want to break it. I found the answer, as I said, was to use 2 long screwdrivers. Have the door about close to where it is, and then from the outside push 2 long screwdrivers in there, find the places, pop them out. Well, here just shows how this tool pops these poppers out. It is, I've said it about 3 times now, quite forceful. There you can see that the last bit, I was just checking with the camera to say, look, what is still holding it in, and you can see on the far side there's 1 or 2 towards the top corner. So that's why I got out my trusty long flat blade screwdrivers. Reached in and tried to get either side of those, the popper piece, and then really just pull them and wedge them out. So that one's got the top one undone. Once you've got them undone, it's easy to just lift the card up inside the door. And there you go. Here's the inside of the card. You can see the little holders where those poppers go into. I've ordered another set of these poppers off of, I think I got them off of eBay possibly. I haven't refitted the door cards yet. I've been driving the van now for about a week, 2 weeks since I popped the card off, and the doors have locked and unlocked spot on every time. So I'm thinking there's some other issue rather than it being an actuator issue. But if anybody knows what that actually is, let me know. If not, I'll give it a few weeks, pop the cards back on and see how we get on. Here's just to give you some idea what these look like. I wouldn't worry about being brutal with getting these out. Doesn't seem to be a big issue. Could be wrong. Okay, the rest of this video is just more pictures and video to help people get the card off really. So here I'm just showing inside the door lock, so you can see it comes up there. I can't see what's catching there. Trying the locks, the keys now, the side that's got no door card on it seems to be all sorted, but the other side, the driver's side, still seems to be sticking, which is what makes me think it's the door card rather than the actuator itself. I could be wrong, so let's see. Looking at this particular hole, this is where the sort of lock thing pops up out of, and on the door card there is a, I don't know, like a plastic bit that goes in this hole to sort of show where it's going to go when you fit it back in. I don't know if it's catching anything in there or not. I didn't have time, but it does make me wonder.
Panel on, it appears to be flawless.
Again, I just played with this repeatedly, and it just seems to be absolutely faultless on the side that doesn't have the door card on it now. Whereas on the other side, where it does have the door card, it was intermittent. Sometimes it would pop up, and that down at the bottom, that second bit to lock it right down, sometimes it gets it, sometimes it doesn't. So I'm wondering if that's where it's sticking. That's that plastic bit that I was talking about. I think maybe when you pop that back in that hole, maybe that's catching something. I don't know that it is, but that might be the avenue I go down. As I say, the doors have been locking and unlocking absolutely fine.
Okay, door cards out the
I got the driver's door card off. I can't remember if I used the pliers or whether I just used a pair of screwdrivers, but to get the card off this, it took me 2, 3, 4 minutes. It was quite quick. Once that door card was off, every single time I touched the locks, they locked and unlocked absolutely spot on. And given that for the shuttle, the part numbers for the actuators, you can't get copies, so they're like 150, 180 quid each. So it'd be great if I can solve this without having to replace the actuators. Certainly not on the sliding doors anyway, but I think on the driver's door I've got a slightly different problem. Having spent ages with the pliers to get the passenger side door trim off, for the other side I ended up just using the 2 long screwdrivers, so pushing one in, leaving off a little, then the next one, then moving the screwdrivers up till I could push the screwdriver into where the resistance was and then pop them off that way, and that was really quick. The second door card I got off in about 4 minutes. If you need them for the shuttle, these are the actuator part numbers. So this is the driver's door. As you say, the button isn't popping the lock up. If you use the key to lock it and unlock it, it's faultless. But using the blipper, it's not working. So I think that might be an actuator problem, but that is definitely for a problem of the day. Okay, if anybody knows really what the problem is, if I find out, I'll try and post it on here again.